and gents, and welcome back to Chitchatwithinky, where we do a little chit and we do a little chat. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Press that button. It's free. Let's grow this family. So, today I'm coming at you with Married at First Sight. Yes, Married at First Sight. Y'all know how we do over here. We're going to do couple by couple because the sister be forgetting what happened, child. But I'll be reading off these notes. So we're going to start with, let me see, y'all. Who y'all think we should start with? We'll start with Noy and Steve. Don't I always start with them? I think because they the most boring couple. Ooh. Noy and Steve. Oh, shoot. Noy and Steve in the refrigerator looking at leftover crap. Steve be apparently drinking half of juice, half of water, just putting stuff back in there, and Noy be moving it to the front, trying to make space and trying to remind him, yes, you left this here. It's right in the front of your face, and you open the refrigerator, get it and drink it. Steve met up with a friend named Jeff. Jeff seemed to be pretty cool. Well, Steve cool too, though. And he says that Noy wants him to do everything. Steve, she wants you to do everything because you're not working. Pretty much. Why wouldn't you, though? Why wouldn't you cook and clean and take care of the household since she works and you don't? That would just be logical. And I could see if both of y'all was working, then I wouldn't expect you to do everything. We can split the responsibility. Then he tells Jeff about the pasta incident. Okay, so they need to just let this pasta incident go. This stuff happened like, I don't know, 1,000 episodes ago. I'm tired of hearing of it. It was noodles. Who cared? They was overcooked and mushy and just nasty anyway. Let go. Jeff was just saying to him, you know, like, marriages does have challenges, and that just is what it is. But he believes that Steve and Noy is on good ground, and I believe so too, y'all. Far as Steve and Noy, I think they have got little problems here and there, but for the most part, I think that they are really they have really been doing well with this process. Now, after the process, I'm not too sure. They do have a couple of tweaks they need to deal with. For one, Steve employment. That needs to be checked because, Steve, you can't have romance without finance, boo. That's just how it goes. I do believe that he have, like, money saved up, though. I really do. But that's not, like, a secure blanket to Noy. Like, she's still worried about that. And I can see how, you know. So it's not really much going on with them. Noy did meet with her friend Sammy, and Sammy seems to be pretty cool too. And Noy was just telling her, you know, about the employment of Steve. Like, he's just not, Steve just don't want to work. Let's just put it like that. So her friend was just telling her, you know, you have to make a decision. You have to do what's right. Feel how you need to feel to do what's right for you. And Noy was saying that she loves Steve and everything. And she does. She does, because she told him that, like, at the beginning. So he knows that. And he loves her too. But he needs a job. Period. Okay. Then we're going to go over to Jazmina and Mike. Now, when it first came on, Jasmina and Mike was coming out the room, and Jazmina asked Mike, like, you going dressed up? And I'm looking like, that's dressed up. Okay. Mike little short set was dressed up to Jasmina, apparently, child. If that's dressed up, then I'd like to see what's dressed down. But I'm going to leave Mike alone. Mike meet with his friend named Travis. Travis like a cool guy. He's married as well, so I guess he have like a couple of pointers that he can give Mike about marriage and everything, even though everyone is different. Everybody's marriage is different. He told Travis that the marriage is like a roller coaster, and it is. And At first, I was blaming Mike, y'all, in the beginning. I'd like to apologize to Mike, because, yeah, I was blaming you, Ro, in the beginning. But now, I'm side-eyeing Jazmina. For the last couple episodes, I'm side-eyeing her, because it seemed like the roller coaster has taken place. Well, they've stayed on this roller coaster because of her. It just seemed like this guy can't seem to break down whatever wall she has. I don't know what's going on with her. It's just like something is weird. Like, it's like they're not connecting, they're not clicking. She just don't, it's like she just don't want to be bothered with him. She don't want to be touched by him. Just nothing. It's just nothing. As a matter of fact, it seems like the only time they kissed, and I'm probably wrong, but the only time I remember them kissing actually was the wedding day, y'all. I'm serious, because something is just wrong. And I don't know, hopefully they can get it together, because Mike do like her and he does want this to work, but I don't think that Jazmina feel the same way. It's like she always have an excuse of why they're not clicking or why the communication is not there. After a while, it's just pretty much an excuse. So we'll come back to them, and we'll also find out what's going on with them in the future, girl. I don't know, because all these couples looking kind of iffy. I'm telling you. Well, Noy and Steve, not so much. They might come decision day say yes, but the rest of them, I don't know. I'm just going to be straight up. I have no idea. We have Lindsey and Mark. They laying in the bed laughing, talking, or whatever. Mark was saying that he's trying to figure out his work situation. So I thought that Mark had a job in like doing like working in the gym, like training and doing different stuff with personal fitness, but I have no idea, because now he's saying that he's like searching for a job, and that's something that he's worried about, is having employment. So we got Steve over here that don't want no employment. We got Mark over here that wants employment. Oh, child, make it make sense. So he wanted to talk to Lindsey about it, but he's not really sure how Lindsey's going to take it. Child, Lindsey is a mess. So Lindsey tells him, and I understand about, you know, making your partner feel comfortable, and you know, you say, well, don't worry about it. You can just chill and just take your time finding a job or whatever. I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, old Lindsey is the type that throws stuff in your face when she get mad. We saw that at the bowling alley. Soon as she got mad at him, she told him how she helped him clean up his apartment, how his life is in shambles. Like, so yeah, you can't trust Lindsey with having your back when it come down to him not having a job and have to solely depend on Lindsey. Oh, no. Lindsey is not the one. She is not trustworthy. So I see where Mark coming from. And Lindsey literally got mad at him because he wants to work. This man is focusing on trying to get his life together before they have to even, you know, come to decision day or move out. He wants to have a stable job, a stable place, because he does not want to have to rely on Lindsey, and I cannot blame him. Lindsey is like a ticking time bomb. She means well in her own way, but nope. When you're dealing with a person like Lindsey, you have to have your own. Pretty much when you're dealing with anybody, you should have your own. Married or not, you should have your own bank account, your own this, your own that. Even if y'all have it together, you need to make sure that you are set. So he said something to her about him wanting to find a job and everything, and she's like, well, you might as well go ahead and relax, because when we have children, you're not going to get any rest anyway. Before y'all have children, he's not getting any rest, because you all by yourself is annoying Lindsey. Okay, he's not getting no rest either way, child. So she gets mad and she's like, well, that's all Mark concerned about is himself and his situation, and he's not even concerned about me. Or I'm like, the man is stressed out. When you're stressed out about different changes in your life, you're really not thinking about anything but the change that you're experiencing in your life. Like, come on, Lindsey. Come on. You know the man is not working right now. You know he lost his apartment while y'all was on y'all honeymoon. Come on. I mean, he's still in the process with you. He's still trying with you. But at the same time, he has to make sure he is straight. And most men don't want to depend on a woman anyway. Most men do not like that. Men that's men. Anyway, I ain't talking about the boy men. I'm talking about the men. Don't like to have to depend on the woman because they feel like they are the man of the house and they should have these things. And I'm sorry, Lindsey, but Mark, you're doing the right thing by making sure your stuff is in order. Because when this chick get mad, she get big mad. And she will kick you out of her plant-filled house. And you'll be on your own. Okay? Jobless and all. Moving on to Elijahn and Katina. Child. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm sorry. Elijahn does something to my soul. Okay. Katina is very, very how can we say it? Patient. She has the patience of a saint. Okay. Either that or she just really wants this thing to work. Because this dude, nope. So Katina in the kitchen cooking. Not surprised. She trying to surprise ungrateful Elijahn. So he come out smiling. Oh, I smelled the food and everything. He didn't already told her over 1,000 times that her cooking is not the best, but he keep eating it. But he's rude. Like he's like a y'all, she does everything that she can to please him. That has to be one of the hardest tasks. Not when you are a mutual couple and y'all have a great understanding. Then it's easy. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. But when you're Elijahn and a Katina and you're literally thinking every day of what can you do to keep this man from flipping on you and telling you that you're less of a woman, that has to be the hardest. She gets no break. Like, he don't like to see this chick break at all. He wants to constantly see her moving, constantly see her on her feet, constantly on her toes. Like, he don't want her to break. It's like every day he want to be surprised. Every day he want to be wild. And it's like, no. And my thing is, like I said before, he's so focused on what it is she brings to the table. Exactly what have Elijahn brought to the table? Because I haven't seen anything besides his attitude, his rudeness, his arrogance, and his mouth. That's it. He expects so much from her, but he's not giving. It just cannot be one-sided. And everything is I. Y'all, this girl, she can sit up there, smile, and act bubbly all she wants to, like she love and she... Girl, please, take the mask off. Because you're the only one that's convinced. No one else is convinced. And I said it. So they went, she surprised them and everything. And he smiling from ear to ear. And he like, this is what I'm talking about. And a wife. And this is my wife. Yeah, you love her when she doing things for you. But let her do something for him Monday through Saturday and take Sunday as a break. Oh my gosh. Child, he will lose his mind. He don't want to see her rest. He is abusive mentally and emotionally. He picks her up to drop her. Pick her up and drop her. Pick her up and drop her. And I don't know when she's going to break loose or break free from this circle that she keep going around in with him. Hopefully one day. I don't know. But right now she seems to be happy, and she's saying they're in a great place, and she feels safe with him, and she trusts him, and she know that he won't hurt her, and she's guarded, and he cares for her. Child, all this nonsense. Katina, you are really trying to convince yourself, honey. You are truly trying to convince yourself, because this guy is a piece of work, and he gonna remain that. So then the couples have their 1-month anniversary. Noi and Steve exchange gifts. He gets her, and I think that dog named Sushi or something. Child, these people want sushi at the death. He gets both of them leopard outfits. I don't know. She gets him a camera. The camera was really nice. I'm like, okay. So that evening, they go on a night boat date. I thought that was so nice. I thought that was so romantic. And what did they have on the date, y'all? Sushi. Sushi and them damn noodles. They talk, have a conversation, and of course the conversation leads back to him not having a job, and the finances need to be discussed. She is not going to stop with the finances until you get a job, and I can't really say I blame her. I can't say I blame her. Honestly, they have no children. I don't know why he don't want to work. He has no disability. They have no children. They're both able-bodied people. I don't know why he don't want to work. Even if it's work from home with a company, he don't want to work. I don't know. So hopefully they'll figure that out. But they did have a really nice 1-month anniversary. It was romantic and it was cute. Lindsey and Mark, their 1-month anniversary, they're driving to like a camping site, and she's annoying him in the car. You can clearly tell, because that's Lindsey. She's annoying. They get to the camping site, and she really liked it. It was like a pizza thing. They can make pizzas and s'mores, and it was just really nice. And they look back at their wedding box, and they got the chance to look at their wedding on the screen, and it was really nice. He even cried, like, because he said he realized how much pain she had been through, and he just want to be there for her. And see, Mark has that in him, but Lindsey it's just something with her. Like, she just so gravitating. Just it's like she don't like to give people their space. Like, you cannot keep touching and feeling and just all over the place. She's just a lot, y'all. It's a lot watching her on the screen. So the little place was romantic, and I really like that. That's something that's interesting, and you know, it looked interesting. It looked like something I would do. So I liked it all around. Here's Jazmina and Mike. They had their 1-month anniversary. They recreated their wedding day. They went back to the place where they started at, where they got married. They read each other vows, read vows to each other, had a drink, had a first dance, and I thought it brought them closer together, but Jazmina ain't trying to get close. I don't know what's going on. This girl don't want it. She don't want it, honey. I think she's trying to just stick it out till the end and be done. But it was nice. She said she remembered when she was happy on her wedding day, and you know, he really wants this to work. He really likes her, and he was hoping that this would bring them closer. And for a minute, it looked like it was going to work, but it's not going to work. Nope. But all in all, that was nice. I really enjoyed their chapter. They said they feel like they starting a new chapter. We will see. They had Katina and Elijahn. They had their first month date, their 1-month date. Katina took him on a boat ride, which was absolutely wonderful. They had the same thing in Vegas. When I went to Vegas, they had the same thing. Those things are so nice. They are so nice. And he was just saying, you know, he was happy, and his wife pulled out all the stops, and this is what he liked to see. And she was like, I told you I can do it. I told you this is what I do. Girl, no, it's not. It's not what you do. You've been struggling, trying to keep this man happy. I mean, the struggle is real. And it shows all in the bags, under the eyes, everything, child. The struggle is real. If I got to struggle that hard, child, I don't need to be with ya, okay? If I got to struggle that hard, it shouldn't nobody have to be struggling like Katina is struggling. Like, he literally want to be treated like the king. Like, the king. This dude is the type of dude, I mean, he want his dinner on the table as soon as he get home from work. So he want, he's the type of dude, probably want her to take his boots off. Child, everything they do, she got to plan it. She got to make sure it's good. It got to be right the Elijahn way. Honey, they can have it. It was cute, though. Her gesture was very, very cute. And he was saying he happy, and I'm like, yeah, he full of crap. Just give him a minute, okay? Make one false move, baby, and the happiness is over. He gonna be back to abandoning you, talking crap to you, and everything else. So we have the couples. The couples meet up. They get on the party bus. They drinking, ha-ha, kikiing, and all this. Yeah, nah. And they all go sit down. They have something to eat. And Mark, you know, was sitting there talking. He was saying that he liked Lindsey and he really wanted this to work, and he would really like to be there 100%, and they put everything, you know, do everything they have to do and give each other 100%. And the whole time he was talking, Lindsey was rubbing his face, y'all. He was like, stop, stop, stop. I am not a 2-year-old. Please do not do that. And this is what I'm talking about with Lindsey. This is what I'm talking about. All y'all are sitting here having a conversation. You are sitting here literally rubbing this man's back. That is annoying. It's annoying. Like, he's not a puppy. Stop. Just stop. And he straight told her, like, I'm not a 2-year-old. Like, just stop rubbing me. And she get an attitude so fast when he says stuff like that. But he's literally, if he don't like it, he don't like it. When you don't like something, you tell somebody. Lindsey said Mark been giving her whiplash because he's not consistent. And that's what she needs to say yes on decision day, consistency. He's like up and down, up and down. And the reason why Mark is up and down, up and down is because Lindsey just do the most. 1 minute he can deal with her, like when they was at the camping site, and then the next minute now they sitting there at the place where they're going to eat at, and she rubbing all on his back of his head. Now you rubbed his face and he asked you to stop, and then you turn around and rub his head and his back and stuff. Like, stop. So that was the problem with them. Then Noi says she's in love with Steve. She loves Steve and she likes Steve as all three. And I believe it. Only problem she's having with Steve is the employment part. She just cannot be bothered, but they did consummate the marriage, child. Steve said Noi likes to go and come back when they have an argument. That's what he doesn't like. Like, when they have an argument, have a disagreement, he likes to work it out, figure it out right then and there. She likes to go away and then come back at it. And he said it just builds up more tension and more resentment when it happens. So I can understand that. Then you have Jazmina. She was saying that she didn't expect the marriage to be easy, but she didn't expect it to be this hard. It's gotten harder, Jazmina, because of you. Sis, you just will not let this thing flow. You just will not let this thing flow. And I think it's because she's always had long distance relationships. She cannot seem to let it flow, and it's going to really mess her up. It's going to really mess this relationship up. So I don't know. Mike said they made a lot of progress, but they still have a long way to go, and they're just gonna have to wait and see about decision day. Jazmina says she has no feelings for Mike right now, and if that doesn't develop, she won't be able to say yes on decision day. And from the next episode, look like that has not developed yet. They got 4 more weeks to get it together, so we'll see what happens. Katina was sitting there. Katina like, it's just piggybacking off of you. It's consistency for me. I'm like, okay. She said they get along good and their foundation is solid. I don't know Do she realize that we watching this? Because, child, I ain't seen none of what she's talking about. I have not seen it. They're getting along. They ain't getting along, y'all. That's a front. That foundation is not solid. Not solid. She's lying. She is not telling the truth. I'm sorry. She feel like Elijahn has calmed. He's now the calm Elijahn. No, he not. No, he not. He let her sit there and talk about him like he was the king of the jungle, boy. I mean, he let her sit there and lay it on thick. Lay it on thick. For her, it's being consistent. Elijahn looked at her and laughed. Good, thank you. Thank you for treating me like a king. Thank you for laying it on thick. Thank you very much. But now I'm about to dig all in you. Child, he never told her he had a problem. He looked at her, looked over at her, smiled, giggled, chuckled, laughed, and then he said, to her, the chemistry is great. But he's still trying to figure out, is it marriage chemistry or friend chemistry? And she looking at him like, yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. So he told her, because y'all, let me tell you something. I was listening to this part. He said, the chemistry was great, but is it marriage or friendship? Off of what he see and what he noticed something, and he noticed something that made him wonder about the marriage. So he found something in her phone on the bus, but still decided to sit there, laugh with her, kiss her, and hold her hand, walking to the table. She never even knew. And she's sitting there, and she like, I have no idea what he's talking about. And everybody's sitting there like, what the heck is he talking about? Child, he said, you want me to say it here? She said, no, you should have told me. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. We need to do this in private. He was like, because of what I found, I don't know about this. Like, I can't say if this really puts a damper into decision day. Child, she like, what the heck is going on? And Lindsey like, well, I get what he's saying because he's just like me. Yeah, that's why them two don't get along. Lindsey and Elijahn, aka Isaac. That's why they don't get along. I'm like, oh my God. And Jazmina was looking at him, y'all, like she could have reached across that table and punched his lights out. Jazmina was looking at him like, are you serious? Couldn't be me. Jazmina looked at him like, it couldn't be me. You got the right one over there. Guess what, y'all? It couldn't be me either, because I'm a piece of work too. Honey, Katina was so embarrassed. She was so embarrassed because she just sat there and did this good speech for this dude that ain't give a doggone, didn't even have the decency to pull her over to the side and have a conversation. He let her sit there and get him all together about being the king. I mean, she really laid it on thick about how he the one, how she in love, how she loved him, just everything. For him to come back and just dog her. I was like, wow. But they got home. Katina was going off. He asked her, what is this? And so she looked, she was like, that's an old app that I had for years. Like, that thing ain't even activated. And he just went off. We're married. I'm supposed to be your husband. You're supposed to be my wife. What are you doing with it? I mean, just going off on her. And he talked to her just like she was his child and not his wife. You're supposed to erase everything just like I did. Sir, she is not you. She is not you. And if she got sense, she'd keep that dating app right in that phone. Because by the looks of you and the route you going, she gonna be divorced real quick if you don't get it together. And she started taking that microphone off. She said, take this microphone off of me because y'all about to see the real Katina come out. It's about time. But the problem is, Katina, you taking it out on the wrong person. You taking it out on the cameraman and the crew. You supposed to be taking it out on Elijahn. They ain't do nothing to you. He did. So I'm going to need you to button it up, sister. I'm going to need you to get it together. And I'm going to need you to read this fool. Because if you don't, he gonna continue to do what he do to you. She said he like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So if you know that, it's time for you to get it together. He need to know that he cannot do that to you. He need to know that he cannot embarrass you like that. He need to know that as a husband and you being his wife, he need to respect you, and he need to bring you to the full force of the table, and he needs to excuse himself, bring you over to the side and have a conversation. You don't have a conversation with me like that in front of everybody. You don't embarrass me in front of this whole table and national TV when I just sat up here and talked to you and talked about you like you was a king. No, you don't do that to me. You respect me as your queen, and you had that conversation with me. Because guess what? They're about to see a whole nother person. You don't do no crap like that to nobody. Don't play that crap with him, Katina, because that's the problem. You already let him get away with too many things, and now he think that he can get away with everything. You better get it together, sis. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because if not, if you stay married to him, you're going to live a long, miserable life. I'm telling you, you will. Good luck. And y'all, that is the end of my review / recap / rant. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next time,